trying to be.
Sorry, Smoke. The TradingView subscription, because if you want to do this auto trader, you have to have premium, unfortunately. But for an annual premium, I believe it's $200 right now for the year. So. If you miss out on this one, you'll have to wait till after Thanksgiving, so. Yep, he's gonna be here. Having a little Labor Day after party or of sorts. That motherfucker dropped, didn't it? So if you go on your trading view, you're gonna have to click on your profile picture up the top left and go to explore your plans, and it'll open up a browser. Sign into that browser on there and it should show. I believe Arca's thing is up on the there. Let me see if I can find it for you. It should be in the group here somewhere. I know he posted it up too. Maybe I have to browse my channel. Maybe it's not showing it. There it is. I would suggest signing out of your TradingView and then just making a new account if you can, probably.
This is going to YouTube. YouTube, let me know if you can hear my voice. Checkity, 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 check. Hey. This is specifically for YouTube. We are live on YouTube as well. I'm going to go ahead and enable the mic here for Discord too. Just a sec, guys. Also, I see. Check 1 2. Check 2 3. Guys, we are streaming on YouTube as well. Should there be any issues in here on Discord, please go ahead and use the link provided above. Okay. Panda, you here, buddy?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, buddy. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? Looking at the price of XRP at the moment, it is literally doing what we said. The roadmap that we provided earlier, dude, except that I didn't get all the way to 290. I got to 287.09 after the 273 whatever low. This is the daily candle, right? So this would be like, it would have been like this. So this was the, yeah, right about here. Where are we? Oh no, still no, huh? I still need lesser. There. This here. So 273.70, 273.67. This was the rejection area, right? We're going to bounce all the way up to validate resistances to what I said, maybe 280, maybe 290, 278. Wait, did I say 278? I forgot what I said. But it was 280 to 290 roughly, or 279 to 2 whatever. This would be rejection, and then this would create a dead cat bounce, of which shows like a 264 bottom. 265. The 265 comes back up and validates our 273 before us reaching a potential 247, 245, 243, 249 around there, and that would be what could be the whole bear trap. And man, so hybrid elite on the revised version almost had a fake out here. It did actually have a fake out, closed you at a loss, put you at a sell, and hasn't recovered since. From the standard settings, that's just your that's just the settings that you know, like it's for example the hybrid LITE, which is coming. Okay, so yeah, it's the whole thing about hybrid right now, just moving on from the price on that, the whole thing that was going on was that Panda said that we did not have or we were missing for some reason on the we didn't perform the upgrade apparently. So the use stochastic filter, the momentum filter, so that, yeah, so this right here, this would be the criteria that we needed in order for us to move forward. But on this screen here, so Panda is presently on an optimal trade. How far are you up, brother?
Right now, $10.39 on the trade.
Damn. And it's playing short.
So it's playing short right now. I told you yesterday that when I was doing it, it was $12 down, and we were due for a red anyways, but it turned back to green again. So hey, great. Dude,
insane. Are you able to tell me if so this screen is the trade?
Yes, this is the actual trade going on right now.
Oh, sweet.
And where I put the lines here, this is for the first buy order, which sold here. And then the second order, you can see from right here, it kind of went up, and this is why I said that we were due for a loss. but it basically recovered back down here, so that's still open.
Interesting.
Yeah, now it's minus $12 to plus $12.
Yeah. Okay, and so now the other thing that we were talking about was if we were going to consider the possibilities of a further well, here's the thing, because you know how Omega 1 has the ticker aware system. It has the higher time frame confirmation, and it's active against the parameters, and it has stochastic filter. It actually has many forms of criteria, or just different components, right, to attenuate. And the reason why that happened was because Omega Advanced was, I started noticing some really good ability coming out of Advanced, and the idea behind the further optimizations, like the tools to optimize your trade, right? Like all the filters and stuff, that started to show like really cool potential in ideas to further it, you know what I mean? So it actually ended up taking me another, I don't know, 18 to 22 hours of coding to apply more criteria to it. And Omega Advanced was already doing good for itself. So at that moment, I realized that, okay, well, Omega is going to be a family, and likely Omega is going to have one more flagship version, and that would be Omega 1. And Alpha 1 does have its massive criteria now, just like the way that the Omega 1 has. So we caught it up. So we caught up Alpha 1 on a major upgrade that happened here just not too long ago, maybe just a couple of weeks ago. And so for those of you who own Alpha 1, you should already have that. Upgrade. Just restart your computer or not your TradingView software, or when you go up to your indicator, like here on this top area, you'll see these little arrows there. I know it's hard to see, right? But you'll see kind of some little arrows there that indicate that you do have an available upgrade, and it's going to ask you for you to upgrade or not. So I want to try to zoom in on that, see if we can't see it, right? And then apply it here as a screenshot. This is not the symbol here, but it would be one of those, like this. It would be one of these. So instead, it would be kind of like a circle, with the arrows. Right. Oh yeah, you totally could show it. Hold on, guys. Let me switch over the screen here and see if Panda could show us that.
Let's see, where is it?
Yeah.
It's one of these here.
And then take a screenshot of it, buddy, and just like press Control V on the chart and expand the image. Where is it? Oh yeah. Oh. Is it that blue one? Oh no, the purple one.
Purple one, yep.
Take a screenshot of just that little thing there, dude, and paste it right there on your screen so you can make it a huge image.
Paste.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. See you guys, dude. Bring your algo down. That, guys, that purple sign there, make it bigger, bro, because we're still limited even in the because the size of the screen that Discord allows you to see through. Nice. So yeah, guys, if everybody's able to see that, even through yeah, there we go, dude. Perfect, bro. Nice. That's the purple sign, guys. That's literally it right there. If that shows up on your indicator, that means that there is an upgrade or an update, or we've likely performed a bug fix of sorts, like things like that, right? So all you do is click on that, and then it'll ask you, do we upgrade to the current version? And you press yes, and then that's it. Right, you'll just immediately be upgraded to the newest version, and then you could continue with the new features. So should you need to do that to your alpha, one, then that's ready to go. And also, some people may still be using the old data cells, and that's, you know, again, that's follow that step, right? Just look at it on the top left of your screen. I can show you here on mine. So make sure to go and where your indicators show up here in the top left. Just highlight it, just kind of highlight over it, right? Just before you highlight, you'll see that arrow there, the little purple thing that we just showed on the other side, that thing there. All right, guys. So that's how you update without having to. That's how you update your algorithm without having to restart your computer, without having to restart your TradingView software or anything like that, right? And yeah. So I officially with Panda, I officially have corrected the momentum stokes, right? So we have those ready to go now. Now the thing is that it's not going to appear on your side just yet, because we are kind of in an active trade still, right, dude?
Yes.
So if we upgrade this, that means that there's going to be a different parameter added to it, which is going to change the results. So at this moment, I was wondering if we are about to, if we are about to separate, Hybrid Elite into Hybrid Pro, or Hybrid 1, you know what I mean? So if Hybrid 1 comes out, that means that we would have the stochastic filter added, but not only that, the momentum stochastics will be added, but I'm also considering the partial stop loss percentage base attenuated, like added by you. So in the inputs of your settings, right, the way you show up, the way you get that is go into your algorithm here on the top left, and you hit the little gear icon, and then this pops up with properties, style, and all that good stuff. So under the input section, I think I'm going to add the if it is that this new setup that Panda found, if this new setting actually does work without the momentum stochastics, so then we have a pretty valid and working copy of Hybrid Elite and optimized. So that means that we still have space to add more to Hybrid without interrupting the way that Hybrid is officially now, as of yesterday, right, or today?
Yeah, I might as well say yesterday.
I guess so. So that would allow space to really grow Hybrid, and in the components and criteria that we can add to this would be things like, of course, the momentum stochastics. We could add the stop loss by partials. So meaning that if you have a stop loss order set somewhere, well, you don't have to stop out all the way, but I can add, I believe I can add an area to where you can assign specifically how much of a stop loss you'd like to experience. So full stop loss, it would be, and then you would, there would be like a free range for you to choose which stop loss you'd like to choose. Right. So, for example, it's just going to be something like this here, like the take profit percentage base. You see how it's just in open area, and if you click on it, it doesn't bring you down. It doesn't bring down something like the higher time frame confirmation like this. It doesn't bring you down predefined settings. It'll just allow you to type in whatever you want. So this would be completely user defined. So you can choose how much take profit or how much stop loss you want. So would you like to set, stop losses like this? Like, so say, for example, you experience a stop loss and the play wasn't done. It's just an area where you knew that we're going to potentially retrade. So you want to get out 30% at that point, or 20% at that point, instead of stopping out completely. So you want to leave risk on in case the play continues towards the upside. So in which case we're going to have to add a fail-safe and add a second stop loss property or something else that allows you to completely release the position entirely should it really turn around completely. So from there, yeah, you'll just experience the upside and it'll take profit whenever it will. Now that option or that thing that we're about to add, should it be that we expand hybrid into hybrid 1, you will be able to choose whether the stop loss is active for long bias or for short bias, or both. So you know, like for example here on the strategy bias, right now we're on the settings that I haven't really figured any settings in here. It's not anything just yet, but what I have here is that I'm trading both. So that means that under properties, we could actually set the margin for long positions or margin for short positions to whatever value we want. So in this case, I wanted to trade both biases, right? Sit down, baby. I wanted to trade both of the biases, so this is why I have this trading on both. So another idea here was to optimize the performance, of the indicator or the algorithm, strategy algorithm. It would be interesting for us to try to maybe open one instance of hybrid elite as a long bias and another instance of hybrid elite as a short bias. So one long and one short, and see about the results versing each other like that. That's another idea. That's another idea that we're thinking of. But so far, guys, yeah, we're here for you, and we want to know if it is being recorded, brother. It is being recorded right now. We want to know if this is. I guess the idea here is really to optimize this thing to the furthest possibility, you know, and really get this going. But you know what, guys, I do remember. You know what? Thanks, dude, for reminding me of that. The question here, right? Unfortunately, yes, is what Panda is saying. Do we need the premium? Do we need the premium version of the indicator, right? Do we need the premium version of the indicator in order for us to run? Yes, guys, we do the premium tier. The reason why that is so is because of this. So coming into my settings here is because of this area here. The recalculate area is, you're not going to have every option here. I think it's actually the fill orders option that you won't have. Which one is it that would be missing, bro? Do you know?
I believe it's the bar magnifier and the bar close, but also you can't do webhooks without premium.
Oh my goodness. And webhooks is absolutely a necessity in this, guys. Why? Because when you're setting up the auto trade, you would have to set this up via alerts, right? So we go into the settings, right, and we click on alert. Right, and then we have the notifications tab pop up, and under notifications tab, this is where we would set up the webhook that would be provided by your broker. So the webhook under API or whatever from whatever broker that you're using, it's going to pretty much send signals as soon as this thing says sell or buy. So that means that we're going to enable a webhook. So as soon as this thing says buy or sell, that buy or sell condition will be sent to the attached webhook, which would be your broker, and your broker would be like, okay, so buy condition by this much from this order being your algorithm. And that's the way that kind of works, right? And then inversely so. So if it's remove profits or remove risk, it'll also send it to the same webhook. So that's currently what I'm talking about, guys. There's a possibility of trading. There's a possibility of trading completely automatic here by using this the option of webhook. Now, the other thing is that yes, we're still working on the conditions in the deal of FEMX, right? So, or FEMX, whatever. So what happens there is that as soon as we figure out that complete condition and the contract is finally signed, then we would just go into your trading panel of TradingView here, and we would start to see that there are a list of brokers on this that are they have a broker connect contract, right? So it would be Tasty Trades having a broker connect contract with TradingView. So what happens there is that under all brokers, you'll notice here that there are more options to do. The thing here is that not all of them work the best way, and not all of them have like the best criteria, right? So meaning the fees. For any time that you enter and exit a trade, there's going to be some type of a fee, right? So for example, if you're spot trading, sorry, Lioness saying, okay, I'm happy to do the monthly, gets credit, so it's a good thing. Just the okay, thank you. Yeah, so on this, guys, we're looking at this this Femex thing, right? Femex is the reason why I'm saying it is because we may have ARCABULLS and Femex may be signing a contract here, a deal with the exchange, a partnership. So if we get that partnership, that means that I'm going to be able to send you guys a link that allows you to trade the futures market at an incredibly, ridiculously low commission price. What's the execution price? So if, for example, if you're on Kraken or if you're on Binance or something, and you're trading spot price, like not futures, you're getting charged around like 6 cents anytime you go in or out. So, and if you're trading a system that often goes in and out, well, 6 cents in and then 6 cents out, that's 12 cents. And imagine you do that like 300 times in one day. Like, did your profitability from the algorithm does it outweigh the fees that you're experiencing? That's the deal here. That's the whole thing. And that can be detrimental to your strategy building and whatever else, right? So what she's showing here, buddy, it's a little hard for me to see what you're putting.
Just showing the triggered because I'm not touching and I'm not doing any type of execution. The algorithm is doing it itself, which is why you see the triggered status on there.
Oh, okay.
So everything's doing it by itself.
Nice. Pennington just was that you? Oh, Katie's saying, okay, I just upgraded TradingView to premium. Oh, dude, bro, premium costs like $800. Is it because Labor Day? That's ridiculous, dude. Nice. Good call. Oh, man.
So, just to update with the Kraken fees, you start out at, what was it, 0.4%?
4?
0.4%.
40 cents.
That's what we started with the last time.
40.
Right now with Blowfin, what I'm doing, it's starting out at 0.06. So,
holy crap.
There is a very big difference.
Guys, 40 cents in and 40 cents out. It's like $1. Dude, what? Lioness, just go whatever that. Oh, I see what it did. Black Friday is come and gone. So just click on the top right or left or something, wherever it says home, or you just go back to it to the home page or something, and it'll probably be there. Man, my goodness, dude, what a great call, bro. Let's go. I didn't even know that we were I thought it was 0.4, dude. 40 cents.
We all started off at 0.4%.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, our initial goal was trying to get to what, 0.02%, but that was even on the maker. We couldn't do limit orders in the beginning.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, we were getting,
railed.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. So yeah, guys, so that's now another reason, right, as to why we were so like adamant to continue having the team allocate their algorithms, but also to really find out how we're going to be able to do this. Guys, I already have another offer from Mexi Bybit for another contract deal. The thing is that I think I'd really rather just go to Femex, because Femex has a direct broker connect with TradingView, meaning that we are not going to have to pay a premium or a monthly fee to Tickerly or to 3 commas like that in order for us to trade cross-platform. What happens there is that we just be able to directly execute from TradingView, because that's where I wrote the algorithm. It's written in PineScript syntax, so that's that would be the best solution for us. You know what I mean? Hold on, guys. Let me just kind of block this out over here. And I know it's still a little difficult to kind of see what you're showing here, but is this browser?
This is where you make your bot at.
Oh.
So this is, unfortunately, I have a feeling Phoenix is going to be with the same way, where we have to use the alerts. But we don't have to have a third party. That's the key. It's an in-house thing. But we'll still have to use the alert.
The webhook thing.
Yes.
I imagine that's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean because we're connected? We're signed in.
We're directly connecting to the exchange. We don't have to use Tickerly or 3 commas. We don't have to pay a subscription. It's basically all in-house.
Okay. Well, you know what? I didn't think of that, because I thought that just by signing in you have access to trade it via your whatever, but that's not the case.
You can manually trade. It just won't automatically trade. It still has to use a webhook.
Perfect. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, we established the webhook still into the indicators notification tab, and then but this time we're signed in via the TradingView Broker Connect, so we can actually see in real time our executions, right? That would be the case. We can actually see the risk on and risk off. So yeah, I guess that's going to be the next thing to figure out, guys. As soon as we are connected in that's going to be the true moment, buddy. All right, guys, hold on just a quick moment. You take over, buddy. Hold up.
Okay, if you see my screen right now, this is how easy it is to make basically make an alert. So you'll go to the add signal, and then this will pop up. Oops, let me get back to my stuff here. Let me delete this. And this will be the same thing with Phoenix. I personally tested it with my fiance. She has a Phoenix account because she's overseas. But anyways, you just go to add a signal. You put your signal name, whatever you want to call it. You can see mine. I have a hybrid and an Omega. So we'll just name this Arca. Signal description, whatever you want. And then this is the webhook URL you're going to be putting into the alert. And this here is the script that the algorithm sends to the exchange. So all this has all the information it needs to trade automatically. So super simple stuff. But then after you make that, then you have to create a bot. And so, you put in whatever you want to trade. So XRP or whatever. You use your leverage, 1x, 2x, 10x, whatever you want. And then here's your invested margin. I don't have anything in here available, but this is where you would put your set amount of capital that you want to use in this particular bot. And then you would just create it. And it's as simple as that. I'm up $11. Nice. This one won't trade for another week or so, but this one's supposed to be the more faster one. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with TradingView, if it's like a subscriber only thing that's like, maybe it's not for new subscribers, I'm not sure. Yeah, it must be for existing subscribers only or something. No, not you either. That's weird. Yeah, I wouldn't know. What time is it? It's probably already done because I think I already said 2 hours. Let's see, 9:42. You should still. No, they're not default. Depending on the coin, you're gonna. It's always dependent on coin, on whatever coin you're trading. So, right now I'll show you my Sol settings right now. Oops, sorry. There we go. So I'm using 54 SMA, 54 and 8, high-low, close divided by 3. Using an ATF confirmation of 30. Take profit of 7.1, stop loss 3.1, and I'm using the UTC 11 time zone. But this is on the Sol, what's it? 6 minute. So I'm using the Sol 6 minute on this one. And if you can see, my initial capital is only 170 with an 80% equity. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I'm not using my OBS. My bad. There you go. Oops. Make sure you enable the trailing stop off. For some reason, it's giving me some wonky test amounts, so keep that off, and you should be okay. You should be able to get this much. If you turn it on, it'll turn into like 30%. Needs to be tested a little bit more, but KD, that's really up to you. If you want to use the Blowfin account, I mean, you know, by all means. Otherwise, all I'm doing with Blowfin is testing it. Once Arca's Femix account starts, then I'm going to be full porting on there. This exchange is really the only one that I can use personally for some reason, because everything else is all, you know, U.S. regulations. You can't use it in the U.S. Well, I can use Blowfin in the U.S. So. That is dependent on the strategy. I have two different ones. I got an Omega running a long-term strategy, and this one I made yesterday, just testing the frequency of it. But we're looking at trying to get at least a 60 to 70% profitability rate. But if we can get higher than that, that's even better. Now, that's not to say you can't make money off of a 30% profitability. It just depends on what the amount of loss looks like. I'll kind of give you an example here, because this is one that before Arca did his update on the hybrid, it looked really promising. Let's see if I can find it here. Nope, that was not it. Was it this one? It was this one. As you can see, I got $130 profit, 7 total trades, 42% profitability. Now, the reason why is, if you can see the trades, all the losses have been a penny each. But this one's still open for some reason. And now this one unfortunately trades a long time too. So you can see some of these from May 13th to June 6th, you know. June 6th to July 21st. They're very long trades. So you can still make money with a 42% profitability. It just depends on the quality of trade. You're helping plenty, Lioness, you know that.
I'm going. I want to just get this man. Whew, this guy is. He's really like. I know he's tired, which is why he's jumping all over me right now. He's not letting me actually do this thing. So I'm just gonna go and put him in, to sleep real quick. But I want you guys to know that I'm gonna go over all of the parameters of hybrid or Omega Advanced. I think actually we'd probably be able to just edit this thing too. But yeah, if you guys could allow me to do that here real quick, team. If you want, I can at everyone right when I'm back, so then everybody can kind of chime in here. Pat, you don't have to stay if you can, buddy. But I will at everybody, and I will start explaining literally the different components that are added inside of these algorithms, as I know many people do want to know that, and they really want to know how that's even used. I got you. But yeah, we're approaching 9 p.m. here in Pacific time, and I realized that that's his sleep time, and I'm like, that's why you're doing this. All right, guys, so I gotta be your daddy. I gotta be your daddy. Panda, you gonna chill here, buddy? You want to pull out?
Yeah, I'll just keep streaming my my chart right now. I'm gonna go grab something to eat while you're doing that.
Okay, intermission, guys. Let's go ahead and take an intermission here for a little bit. I'm gonna leave some tunes running. And yeah, so on YouTube, should Panda come back? Wait, can somebody go on YouTube right now and let me know if they can hear the music? I'm sure they can, and you guys could hear the music too here right now, right? Oh, I know, I understand, buddy. I got you, no problem. Oh, Lioness, damn. I love that we can be chilling here then. No music in here? Oh, you may have to select on my screen, though. Oh, no, not even there. Actually, no, I don't think it's going to do it. I don't think it's going to show you because I'm not directly streaming. Hold on. I know how to do it. You could hear the music in Discord? Nice. Oh, so by selecting my screen, you can, right? Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, so you do have to select my screen. Okay, perfect. Nice. All right, team. Then yeah, on YouTube, I don't know if you can hear it right now though. So the only way that I can have it heard is that if I allow the mic from Panda to come back, and that's gonna create like a phase issue. The music is gonna be weird. So I'm gonna leave the music on, just minus Panda's mic and my mic. Right, and I'll add everybody when I get back. So quick intermission, guys. Let's get the little boy to sleep. Let's get a little quick bite. Come back with some coffee and crackers, and let's do this damn thing again. All right, guys. So yeah, the YouTube link was, I believe, we had it right up here, or was it? No, that was way beyond now, right? Didn't I drop it in here, guys? I didn't drop the link. Oh, I put it in the Arca Lounge. Sorry. Here you go. This right here. Let me go ahead and put it in the chat now. Oh, Financial, thank you, buddy. Oh, buddy, thank you so much. He's gonna sleep like a baby. All right. Okay, guys, so yeah, quick intermission. I'll be back, and we'll continue to dive deep into the world of algorithmic trading. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So I will be right back, team. Love you all. We'll speak very soon.
Man, we got 64 on wow. Man, we got 64 on wow. tryna be.
Check 1, 2. Check 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Yo. What is up, you guys? Let's just make sure that you can still hear my voice. Still hear my voice in the chat. What is good, team? Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back. Very happy to be streaming here tonight. Very happy to be back. And happy Labor Day to everybody. And yeah, guys, please let me know that you can hear my voice. Let me know that you can hear my voice. Especially Discord. Because right now I'm not actually here. I'm not seeing that you guys are replying. Voice? Anybody? Yeah? Okay. Nice. Sometimes, like, dude, there have been times where I just go and go and go and go. Here, dude, here. Okay, guys, check this out. This is that moment that we talked about, right? I know that I know I missed it here. I forgot what the target was that I was supposed to give you to the upside. What was it? A couple cents off or something, man. I hate it when that happens. But we were talking about the areas of the 273 bounce, right? We bounced from that area there. I'm going to pull up my notes here. Just a quick update, guys. I know that a lot of you here, also in potentially YouTube, I know that you guys are risk on XRP, and it's a scary moment right now. But I kind of, did kind of warn about this here, guys. But yeah, the upside that I was expecting was price action rejection on the upside to 279.13, right? And that 279.13 looks like came up to, wow, yeah, guys, the high was just barely shy of 278. So 277.96 was this moment here where it started rejecting price, right? And that was pretty much the 279. Where then, let's see on the notes, this would be the piercing of the 273. And this is exactly what's happening right now, right, guys? This was what I was reading for you earlier and posted into the Twitter X regarding the capitulation that would happen after that happening. So rejecting that 280 top would mean that we would pierce the 273 low in conditions. So now the 273 low being pierced means, guys, that we're about to drop into the 264.94. In other words, of course, there's going to be little zigzags here and there, right? But the lower bound, what we're waiting for, is going to be the 264 low. And if that can actually happen here, then let's just go ahead and kind of open up your larger time frame real quick before we get started on the conditions for automated trading, right? So yeah, guys, here's your 273, right? Observing this from a larger time frame, you can clearly see that it's a zone of inflection. Now, the zone of inflection doesn't mean that it's over there, right? So the bear trap is now starting to assemble. Okay, so this is it here. That's going to be your potentials of it could be 266.52. It could be your 265. What was it there? 265.51, 264.91. And this would likely bounce here. Okay, very, very likely there's going to be a bounce into this area here. And I don't know that it's going to resist at 273. In fact, this bounce could be good enough to experience a little bit of a squeeze, right? And that would probably bring us up to the upper bounds here. Maybe into your 280 to around 287, right? And that would start validating a potential secondary drop, of which people are going to be afraid here. The reason why this happens is because people would think that this is over, and any upside that they can get, they can just go ahead and recover whatever that is, and before it falls to the ground, right? So what happens is that risk off and that stop run will create another fall, typically speaking, right? And then that can be the moment where we, hold on, my little guy's coughing. All right. And then we could experience the macro fall that we're actually looking for, which can be observed by maybe the bi-weekly time frame, I believe it was. Let's see. Yeah, so here's your 265, right? And here are your bottom sides. First, the 260, that's an area that we think that we can go into, guys. But the confluence zone is right in here, right? So we have these two pairs of candles. Like, I'm sorry, two pairs of candles, meaning this pair here at around 244.57. This area here, that's the 239.68, and what the in between the 243 is actually built by a smaller time frame, and I believe it's around the 5-minute time that we can experience where that very confluent bottom side could be. So your 247s, 243s, 249s, all that zone, all that entire area, guys. This is it's a pocket of liquidity, So I mean, if it were up to me, I would probably do it at around 247, honestly. But yeah, it's a range of very, very, very high 39 into the 47.60 and your 43s around there, guys. So this is what I'm thinking that we could get down into, right? And that's you're going to notice the speed change, right? This is going to be a large amount of speed. And that just one more thing to kind of touch on that. I believe it was the here's a new bi-monthly candle, right? And here's the 264, 265 level that it can go down to. Let me see your 4-month real quick, just to give you guys the update and have you guys ready for anything, right? Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a very dangerous entry, but I do believe that the conditions have been set for a pretty ridiculous turn of events here. Like, this does not, to me, right, this does not look bullish, bearish whatsoever. In fact, it looks like it's the most bullish setup that you can really ever encounter here, right, guys? So, so we are not pivoted to the downside on a 17-week close. We also have, let me see your 4-month time frame. 4-month time frame, guys, we're still pivoted towards the upside. And let me look at the bi-month time frame, still pivoted to the upside. 1-month time frame, yeah, still pivoting to the upside as well, despite the red close. And let me take a look at your bi-week. Okay, yeah, your bi-week now is officially starting to turn here, right? So we're getting an interesting turn here, guys. I think this is okay. Weekly time frame could be the end of the upside. Let's see, that would be, so that would be weekly time frame, and then which one would have the complete upside? Yeah, monthly. So monthly time, that would be, let's see. So from the opening, what was the opening here? We have 77. So if this is really the end, oh no, sorry, the 3-week. Yeah, so the 3-week time frame. This would give us a low, and that would be, yeah, right here. Check it out. That's the ATR low right there. It's showing 245.78. So just 246, right? So mathematically speaking, guys, it does, yeah, it has some sense to it, right? But remember that that's what I was telling you, that I'm betting like the 247 to around 243 instead of the 239, whatever that is. But the 3-week candle has this wick here, and that wick, the high of this wick, you can see it on the OHLC right there. Look at that, 247.40. So that to me feels like validation out of this area here. So we break price, right? We break price, this major resistance here. We break price, come back down, validate it, continue, and that's pretty much, that's pretty much what I'm observing here. Look at that 8-month. So that's the close that we got. Pretty outstanding close on that 8-month time frame. This is just ridiculous, man. Huge, major upside on this, man. This is ridiculous. So phantom time playing out really good in there. Very cool stuff, guys. Yeah, I think we're okay. 4-month time frame, 50% pullback on this would be at 265. Yeah, we're around there, team. Well, I think we're near lows here, and we're gonna have to cascade the downside here for a few of these time frames. Okay, guys, just please be careful. I know that it looks ridiculous here, right? Your 8-hour time frame has a downside to about 270. Let's see, you're pivoted downward all the way to like a daily, right? So your daily time frame low would be 262. See those numbers? We did get a new, no, we haven't gotten that. Yeah, we got a new 3-day candle here. The 3-day candle low would be 250. Yep. And what else did we get? And then your weekly low. Yeah, your weekly low, this one takes you to around 237 here. So that's your 239 support. And yeah, from there, technically speaking, this is saying that it could take you to the 330s because of the whatever. But what is around? Sorry, the lower ATR. Where's the current 225? Sorry. So it's saying that it could take you down to the 220s, but like what's around in the 220s? You know, it's kind of a I don't really see that, right? I don't really see that because it's the middle of this area here where you have the 247 top. It's just so random there. It is confluent to these weeklies, but that's again, that doesn't make any sense to me. There's too much traffic in here to consider these enormous gaps in here, right? Of course, we have that one singular bi-weekly at the 247. All of that stuff just reads to me a bear trap. So let's see how this feels, guys. This is you know, one of the moments here where you would have to meet yourself as a trader or an investor, and you would have to make some decisions here as far as, do I take this long or do I take this short, right? That's overall what I kind of have to say about that. Okay, team, that's the quick update here. I am going to be releasing a video a little bit later for XRP's official analysis, but so far, guys, yeah, it is reading 220s like down there, right? But again, I personally don't. I mean, who am I to say anything, right? But I personally don't see that as a possibility, really. Potentials, yeah, of course, potentials always, but too much traffic, too much traffic in here, guys. I'm even like in some way, shape, or form, I'm even doubting 247. You know. Because of the fear of the 260, just the 260 to 265, just ripping faces off from there. That's what's really kind of catching me here. But yeah, that 8-month time frame, man, that's really where I do believe many of the the time frames from the short end are going to meet. Right, everything is trying to meet this here, right, guys? And we're very much close to that 50%, and it's just crazy that it's just so near that area of 247, 250, you know, right around there. It's literally right here. An 8-month top is reading that 247, you know. So that's why I'm saying, like, damn, if there's anything if there's any critical low to observe, sure, 47, right? 47 to 65. That's like my personal area of observation. And, you know, don't ever doubt things to, you know, because you do have all these inflection zones down here, right? But that's what I feel this was for, right? You got the opening here, you retraced and validated all this crap. You continue to the upside. Now this bar would come back down, right, and validate all this crap in here. And then we would continue towards that upside, guys. I think that this is part of a breakout play. But 285 doing quite well now. Okay, Lemmer, that's good to know. That's very good to know, my brother. I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to know that I am completely on your side, and I want to be of specific value to you here, especially if you are. Guys, can you let me know in the chat, just real quick here, how many of us inside of the chat right now are long XRP, even if it's a tiny amount or whatever it is? Can you guys please let me know? This is going to help me understand a couple things here, and I would really like to observe that. Please, guys, if you can, let me know. Just say me or whatever, and that can give me some perspective over how we can move forward here. So here are the answers. Let's take a look. Please, guys, fill that in for me, and we will be quite good to go. Just a sec. Very good stuff, guys. Very good stuff. Wow. So it looks like in this chat here, we're just about what 50% long. You know, so I feel that it's like close to fiduciary. It's the obligation here, man. You know, is that I'm providing you data, and I'm providing you strategies here, and I really do hope, guys, that it can play out. But if that's what I can say, guys. This is not only the most dangerous type of entry ever in this existing world, but should there be one to consider, you know, not financial advice, of course, guys. Please don't take anything as such, but that would be it. You know, anywhere in this area here, you're trying to long term. This is it, and this would you know, of course, there's risk to it, team. Okay, don't full port there. It's just whatever it is just saying that I am positioned, and should there be continuation to the upside, I'm ready for it. So the reason you don't want to do that is because, say for example, this thing fails your 247, which I feel like it's not. You know, and it drops all the way to your lower twos. Then that's where you're gonna have just the most amount of people ever. This is a 50% retrace of an 8-month bar, guys. 247, and I'm not even sure if we're gonna reach 247, to be honest. That's why I'm saying that this is a gigantic opportunity and a very scary one. Okay, so make sure to risk wise and get this thing going. So the duration of something like this, guys, is you know, I was speaking to a very good friend, well, my friend Michael, and he was asking me where, you know, how long do you think this can take, and where do you see this potentially going? So I told him that your 273 target to hit and then reject, you know, similarly to what we talked about in the Twitter post and the YouTube post and all that, this happening here, right? The wherever the hell that was, the 273 to the 280 to the rejection and break of the 273 down into the 264. I said that can actually happen in like a day or two. So the bottom side here, guys, is very, very possible that we can hit maybe over the next few hours here. You know, your daily ATR low, it certainly has 262 targets. So that's pretty significant. You know, it's pretty significant. So if you guys are futures trading right now, be careful in shorting the XRP asset, as this thing is close to surprises here. But should you have an opportunity, maybe 6 cents would be it. Yeah, maybe 6 cents. But is that worth it? You know, the global open interest right now in futures is probably spiking, and that usually means a liquidation is on the way. And I think the liquidation is probably going to be a heavier short presence than it is a long presence, guys. Here's the detail. You know, people are thinking this is the deal. Before we, you know, I'm sorry that I'm taking long, guys. I know I want to explain these things to you, but I have to show you this, okay? And I'm going to make a video of it too, so just know that too, guys. I know, but you know, right now what's happening, so everybody's a little nervous, right? So they're you know, people aren't really seeing that they're you know, this is your guys, look at this, okay? I wish everybody was in the strategies class today. I'm going to do this real short. I'm going to do this in a real short manner, right? See this point here to this point here? That's you know, that's a 100% move. So what typically happens is that when you create a move like this, you typically come right back to that 50% like here and jump. So then you'll probably come back all the way down. So now you created a new low, and now you have this here. So then you go up and you validate the 50% of this range here. So well, there's a problem here too, though, right? Because it looks like this down here and this down here is also a range that we should take into account, right? Just like this here. And the low on this is what? It's 264.71. It's your 265 target. But there's also this here in a macro scale, right? All the way down here. So just real fast, just to kind of keep, you know, short end of the story here. Let's just measure that all the way to the top side of price. And your retrace target is this. Look at that. It's about 243. Right? So that's why I'm saying, guys, that there's a there's a whole strategy here that plays out. We usually 50% retrace of everything, you know. So, and what really gave it out was, you know, your annual candle. Your annual candle was the reason this was given. And I was seeing the attention here. See the annual candle. This whole 2017 top is literally 247 or 246, whatever that is, right? Right there. And your annual candle, we're closing in 4 months. And what's the 50% of the annual bar as of this exact moment? Well, it's showing you here that it's around 243. You see what I mean? It's a macro. It is a macro occurrence here. Yeah, guys. So remember that it's not about the 50% of the target. It's really what it's near. So this is your tangible target, right? It's your 247, which again is why I'm saying that, guys. I think it may be 247. But if there's if there's any opportunity, guys, it would be the 50% of your damn whole year. You know. That's what I'm talking about, team. So I hope this information helps. I do hope that you can see some clarity behind what's presently happening here, right? And my goodness, sorry about that, team. Let me just go ahead and kind of drop the volume on this. It's getting a little silly, chilly, willy. Okay, there we go, guys. Yeah, so clearly 30% annual bar, right? 30% prior bar retrace before continuation. And of course you have your 8-month candle closing, right? Your 16-month candle closing and your 12-month candles closing here soon. Now specifically in 4 months. So, you know, pull back to your 50% means an early retrace of your annual bar, which means massive high. So for me, I think that I'm going to be as clear as I can, guys. I do think that there's a generational opportunity for you to get into these targets, as you may never, ever see them again. And anything can change that. Okay. Anything can change that possibility of we just ruined our entry. Okay. So over the next 1 to 2 days, I expect the downside to be resolved, specifically to the 240s, should it get there. The 264 target today, within today's daily candle of crypto, which is going to be over by 5 p.m. Pacific time. The 1st of September. That's when it's going to be over, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, guys? So good enough. Welcome back, everybody. I know that kind of took a little bit of time, but I know that also there's some fear in the market. Bull flag, let's go. Okay, anyway. So, Michael, dude, if you are in here, buddy, let me know on a text message. I'd like to share with you a lecture from Strategies Today that I know that you will very, very much appreciate. And, thank you for all your support, dude, and thank you for being there for me and the ARCABULLS team. Many don't even know how much you are there for us, and you are, buddy. But I love you, dude. I love you so much, bud. So let's go ahead and start getting our algorithms up, guys. The quantitative side of trading, guys. I hope that this can lead into something really cool. Maybe we can add, or maybe we can somehow, be a part of another time for trading, right? Where we can have then the ARCABULL quants, right? And so the quantitative program could be something that we can establish here in the near future. So as you can see in Panda's page here, that he actually is in profitability now with a few of the tests that he's actually using against hybrid elite and a previous version of hybrid. And dude, you know what I could do, Panda? I wonder. Yeah. There are a few things here, guys, that Panda and I are testing on, but he has been putting in not only his own cash, but his own time as well. And I'm greatly appreciative of that. and the guy feels like he's already come up to something really cool, and this is making us very excited. So the whole thing about today, other than me explaining to you the properties of the algorithm, is also to optimize, right, guys? So far we already finished optimizing hybrid elite, and we haven't published it just yet. This was for the, let me see if this is it here, right? I don't, where is it? Yeah. So this was for the addition on hybrid elite. We're going to put in the the momentum stochastic filter. So that filter it hasn't actually pushed through for everybody to observe. Right. But it is something that we're holding here. I'm trying to get his blessing behind should we add it or not, or are we going to be creating a hybrid one? And from hybrid one, the hybrid LITE will be born as well. Yeah, guys. So what we're also going to add to hybrid, if there is the birth of hybrid one, then hybrid one will also feature a stop loss with percentage basis. So you are not to stop loss everything at once. And that feature could be added to alpha 1 and omega 1 too as premium. So this does have a bit of optimizing to go, and that's something that just couldn't be done overnight. And we'll add it. But right now, guys, the profitability on hybrid elite, the original before this update, is actually working really good right now. So this is why Panda has been saying, I hope it doesn't actually interrupt my thing. I said, I haven't published it. He goes, okay, good. So, with that said, we're going to just hold back for now and see what the results are for the hybrid one as is before we actually start modifying it, or we decide to create the hybrid one variant. Yeah, guys, so it's looking really good. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at the, about to break 270. Here we go, man. Damn. Oof. That is getting scary, Jerry. Okay, guys, so hybrid elite is a dual bias system. Let me look at my time frame here. Yeah. So yeah, hybrid elite is a dual bias system that can introduce both of the upside and downside trading. Now, hybrid has a focus of traditional volatility, or I guess traditional volatility being in the form of linear, and it also has its own embedded exposure of a stochastic filter in it already. The reason that we want to add the momentum filter from stochastics is because we can further attenuate how it reacts against its own embedded strategy. So the way I do this, guys, is I build these algorithms to have a specific criteria, the persona that actually makes it exist, what makes it tick. So what makes Omega tick, the Omega family, right, is completely linear volatility versus momentum. And then it has the ticker aware system on the Omega 1. So it's aware of what ticker you're trading, right? Omega Advanced lacks that feature, and whatever other features are exposed, that's what makes the value different between them. And they are both auto traders. Now, the Omega LITE is not an auto trader. That is actually just my predetermined data or setup for you to use with very minimal attenuation using your time frame crossover versus a higher time frame validation or confirmation that can be switched on and off for you. So it's actually one of the most powerful lights that I've ever made, and that's because Omega is generally a really powerful indicator. Now, from Omega, the idea of hybrid came in. So hybrid is now built as a variant of Omega, but it is the how can we say this? Like the Frankenstein from Omega. Like Omega went in and like built his own, right? And then came out hybrid. And hybrid has the ability to trade both the upside and downside, and also will have these inputs to select. you are able to select whether you want a crossover basis on an exponential basis, a simple basis, or a volume weighted moving average basis. The difference is of course, EMA being the exponential means that it's actually very close in the consideration to price. So it moves closer to price, right? The simple moving average is just based on the closing basis of around 14 days of prior history of whatever time you're trading on, right? So in this case, we're trading, it looks like the 26-minute time frame. So 26-minute time frame worth of 14 days, right? Their closing periods will equal the average moving average of the simple moving average formula, right? So now volume weighted moving average, I assume that you can kind of tell that it would be considering the volume traded per every single candle in their closing basis on whatever time frame that you choose. Now, there is a price source as well. These things, all of these things are very, very, very sensitive to changing the output of your algorithm. This changes everything because of the, I mean, look at this, right? Let's just do this, for example. I haven't really optimized this for anything, right? But I was starting yesterday just to kind of mess around, right? But if you were to change this 14 period fast length to maybe a 15, well, that's going to do a lot to your data here, because we have a 43%, whatever little rinky-dink setting that we've put here has about, a 43% success rate, and that's gained around 9% over the span of May 31st to August 31st. So if we change this by a value of 1, and see this, then you start changing everything around it. Or what if we changed it to a value of 1 minus? So then you start looking like, oh, we got negative there. So let's just put that back to 14. And what if we change this to the upside and then see what happens? So now we have 7.93. We don't have almost 9, right? What if we went down 1? So if we went down 1, we're at now at 8.0, but then we have 41, and it's not 43% profitable, right? So let's go back to 15 and see where we were, right? Or, sorry, I think this was in 17, right? Yeah, so 17 shows 43%. So all of these things matter. Let's change the high-low close, right? It would be the high plus low plus close. Let's see how this is going to add any difference into our outlook here. Remember the OHLC up here, right? So this is the price source has different ways for you to calculate what you want. Usually it's on a closing basis, right? But if you want to be whatever, go crazy, well, let's try to change that. So from the -4 or from the /4, let's go to open. And we change our, it looks like it's going to a better profitability, right? But look at this. So it looks like we're facing an 8.85% drawdown, and we only have a 9.29% upside. So what if we went to close? Okay, so the close looks like we brought this down, or I'm sorry, we went even higher on this, and we went lower in the profitability rate and lower on the trades too. So you can see just how sensitive this thing is. What if we went to low? So damn, it looks like we got more profitability here, right? But it also shows that we're kind of drawing down a little heavy, right? So $109 drawdown is a max equity drawdown, and you're like $121 up on 40% now, and you have all this red. Okay, so it looks like maybe we should consider keeping this in the C/4 basis, because so far that's balanced. Now, what if we changed the EMA to SMA? So okay. Well, that doesn't look too good already, right? Okay, now what if we changed the SMA to volume weight? Whoa, okay, that's a cool gain, 17%, but we're at 37%. And this rose 2%. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying that we're going to have to use these. That's what we're doing. We're discovering new settings here to be able to share with you. And we already have some, right? So if we were to consider taking off a ATR filter, now the ATR filter on this, it simply just means that it's taking into consideration. This is the old script. I'm gonna have to go ahead and see what it did with the new one. But it's taking into consideration an ATR, meaning that if you're using a 14 simple moving average, that's a 14-day ATR, meaning, remember guys, we talk about average true range. If you are looking at an average true range on XRP of a daily, it's like 16 cents up or down from the moment that that candle opens. So if you're looking at like a 5-minute time frame, it's probably like 1 cent or less that it can move up or down from the opening of that time frame, the 5-minute candle. So every single time frame has its own average true range. So we can go ahead and adjust in average true range consideration, right? We can say consider the average true range of whatever while trading in this time frame for further confirmation in buying or selling conditions, right? So yeah, I know that's the whole thing too, guys. So the CL Lemmer is saying try the 30-minute time frame. That's the whole thing here, is that only because you're getting a minus result in one time frame doesn't mean that you're going to get it in the time frame before that. And you are also going to know that you're going to find out that other time frames matter greatly in quantitative trading, because you see your typical brokers give you the access to a 5-minute, they give you the access to like a 10-minute, they give you the access to 20, they give you the access to like 30 in 1 hour and 2 hours, but no access to 4 hours or 5 or 6 or 8 or 12. You go straight to the daily. Well, that's a huge problem. Right? That's a gigantic problem. And that's because you need to find out what those in-betweens are too. And what I mean by that is that, are you able to go into whatever broker that you have, being like a Robinhood or a Webull, and say, I want you to give me the 7-minute in my favorites. Give me the 9-minute in my favorites. I want you to give me the 16-week in my favorites. So those special time frames are where quantitative traders live. We find the best criteria, right, that you can ever come up with against the time frame that you have as a selection for trading. That's where we truly live. So 26 minutes, what would it do? I gotta go again. I'm sorry, says Mike. I can't stay longer tonight. Arca, Panda, and everyone else making this happen. Thank you and good night. I'm honestly family this weekend. Of course, my brother, please, family first. I love you, buddy. You be safe. Okay, guys. So now, what if we were to, now that we're saying that we're so sensitive to the minutes that we're trading here, what if we changed our criteria to maybe 27 minutes with the existing information that we have? So 27 minutes brings us down all the way to 4%, brings us down all the way to 38%, and increases us to almost 12% in drawdowns. What about if we went one down? 25 minutes. So, man, look at that. Total P&L minus 0.26%. This is going to be a profitable trades of 40%, and we're losing 11.67%. And it's still bringing us all the way down. Right? So, and what if we went extreme, right? Actually not extreme yet. Let's just try a 30-minute time frame. Look at that. Minus 9.57. 36 profitable. And a huge drawdown, almost 15% now. So what if we went extreme? What if we went to a 3-minute time frame? 3-minute time frame has this 2% gain, almost 3% gain, 47% profitability. We're going up, nice, and 7% drawdown. So we're sort of dropping there too. So then we start going against that time frame, right? We want to see if there's anything else we can do. Here's a 4-minute time frame. We're now at 9%, 45% profitability, and we're dropping in the drawdown. 5% drawdown now, right? So let's try the 5-minute. Do we increase? Oh my goodness, look at this. 4.58% profitable, but we dropped a little bit in the profitable trades, and we're still within low drawdown territory, right? Okay, let's go to 6 minutes. So 6-minute time frame, not looking so good. Okay, so then we go into your 7-minute time frame. That's not looking so good either. Let's go to your 8-minute time frame. That's giving you a 13.71 upside with a 43% gain and also a lower than normal a drawdown. Okay, that sounds good. Let's go to the 9-minute time frame and see what's up. Okay, so the 9-minute time frame, it's even lower in your drawdown, but it's also lower in your profitable trades, and you have this 11.39% overall gain. Like, at what point do we start reversing, right? Where do we actually get this thing to be like amazing? This looks okay. Let's go to the 11-minute time frame. 11-minute time frame doesn't look all that great. You know, let's go to the 12-minute time frame. That's just horrendous. The 13-minute time frame, terrible. 14-minute time frame. So you see that it's like not really performing anymore the way that we want it to. So what if we went back again to the 4-minute time frame? So we're looking at a low drawdown here. This was getting nice, and this was getting nice. So then I remember we went to, let's say, the 5-minute time frame, 14.58, still at a low drawdown, and we're kind of low there. So let's find it again. I think it was 6 or 7. Let me see the 7. Okay, I guess not. So that really could have been the 4-minute time frame or the 5-minute time frame. 4-minute time frame has 45% profitable trades, and the 5-minute time frame has 39. 4-minute time frame has 9%. Versus your 45% gain, and your 5-minute time frame has 14.5 versus 39. What we want to do is make sure to select something that can be balanced. I would do the 4-minute, right? But if it is that we're going to select this, then how can we better this, right? Because we do have a high number here, a very low number on drawdowns. So why don't we work on the 5-minute time frame? So now that you're seeing that your basis or whatever that you started doing as a condition for setting up, then where can we push and pull to make this thing better? So then we just start tweaking things, right? So you know, the 16 minute kind of drew this down to 9%. We didn't like that. So what if we just pulled this up 1, right? So that's 12%, and we're dropping on profitable trades. Let's go down 1 from 14. That's 7%. We're dropping down like 3. So no, the 14 is looking okay. Now there are other ways here too. You know, of course we can try again the SMA. Do we have a gain there? No, we don't. Do we try the VWMA? No, we don't. Okay, so we go back to EMA, and then now here, guys, we start worrying about the other things that we have available for this. Do we use a stochastic filter on this? Do we attenuate? You know what I mean? So that's taking away from our 39%, or is it increasing it? Let's see, 39.16. Okay, 39.39. We're getting an 8% though. Okay, so what if we start dropping the length of, or the length, or increasing the length of your stochastic K%, right? So we can then start messing around with that, seeing if guys, the whole thing here is just to explore, right? And you'll start seeing that these things become like lesser and lesser profitable and lesser whatever. So if it's not working out for you, then simply don't use it, you know? But we experiment so that we can attenuate, right? We're gonna find and tweak this until we have the best situation. So this is not the most easiest thing to do. It's very much manual, and it will show you the best possibility setup for whatever time frame it is that we decide to trade, right? And you'll likely continue, you know, your search for criteria here, right? And it'll get better and better as you move, or it'll get worse and worse as you move. But what do we do to get this thing to really perform well? How can we do it, right? So then you start testing extremities, right? And now you're at 18% we increased 40% profitable trades, and it's looking more green. So what if we went a little bit lower? So that didn't help lower. Should we go 1 higher? 14%. So it looks like we got a sweet spot around 4. Right? So this smoothing means that it's telling you that the smoothing factor of 4 is actually quite light, right? So if we want it to be sharp and notice the 4 period be more exponential, then we go shorter, right? So did it bring any gain? No, it didn't. So if we go longer, no gain there either. But what if we know that we're at 3, right? Because that's your stochastic smoothing basis. This is the best performing setting. Usually it is stock, right? So what if we went to like 12? Does it do anything? It did, but it didn't drop that crazy, right? So what can we do to get ourselves back to around 18 or better? Should we just drop? Should we increase? I don't know. but we keep on experimenting until we find the best setup on this, right? And this is the search. This is the good fight, right? We are fighting the good fight at this point. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now, we have to select whether this is going to be on limit or market. So we have to go limit, right? Because that's where we make the most money. Okay, now the bias. Are we trading both long and short? Are we trading only short? So if we traded only long with those settings, we're at negative values. If we traded only short these settings, then we're looking at a 19% now with 46.55 gain. Holy crap. So it looks like the setup that you're kind of attenuating here, it appears to have an edge to the short side. So then this could tell us that we may be able to set something here, to set something up to where we have one hybrid elite trading short and another hybrid elite instance trading long, right? So we can still further attenuate, right? So let's just say the 1.9 take profit. Does this give us more or less? Well, let's go to 2 and see if it did. Well, it dropped it. So it went from 1906, if we drop 0.1, it went to 16.54%. Let's go back up that one. And the profitability trade doesn't really change, but does anything else change? Let's see the drawdown. 67 drawdown versus 66 drawdown. So what if we go a little higher instead? So, okay, we have less there. So let's go up a little more. Now we're at 22%. We're at 45.61. Let's go a little higher and see. Oh, we're at 41.82. Okay, but if we went to 2.2, it looks like we went to 45.61 and a 22% gain. Let's do 2 of them. Okay, it's going less. And let's go, okay, let's keep on going. Let's just see what it does, right? Let's just find out. Okay, that's a 19 with 38. That's terrible. So what if we went to like 2.9? That's 6. Let's go to 3. It's even worse. Should we go to like 3.4? It's even worse. So it looks like a 2.4 may be it, right? Or 2. Where was it? 2.3, I think maybe. Or 2.2, where was the 45? There it is. Okay, yeah. So 2.2 looks like it has it you know, pretty freaking good at 2.2. Now, do we enable a trailing stop, or do we take it off? Right. So this is going to be an area to where we're going to have to figure out how we're going to deal with this, right, guys? And also, I am noticing that I'm not getting any reactive data right now, so we're going to have to double check on your trailing stop option. Now, enable session filter. This is, you can tell it to trade specific filters, meaning that you want it to trade only the Asian hours. So you use the UTC 8 or 11, I think it was. Or you want to trade the American hours. So that would be UTC 7. You can take that off and see how this thing performs. Holy crap. So we took off the UTC 8 and this thing is immediately at 37%. But if we enable it, you're at 45%. But what if we change it to a UTC 9? Does that do anything? 48%, almost 24. Interesting. What if we went to UTC 10? Okay. This is at 46. It's not quite as good. It's still okay, right? So we know now that UTC 9 is pretty nice. UTC 11 is not as good either, right? It's still okay, but it's definitely not as good. Let's go to UTC 12. UTC 12 is definitely not as good. It's completely out, right? So let's go to UTC 7. Okay, definitely not as good. And this is the whole search, guys, is your settings against this and this and this and this, right? That's how it kind of goes. UTC 6 is okay. Still not as good as a UTC 9, right? Let's go to 5. Whoa, that one's getting a little closer here, right? UTC 5 feels a little closer to the 9. Okay, not as good on the 4. Let's go UTC 3. Definitely not as good. UTC 2, definitely not as good. And UTC 1, let's see what you got. Definitely not. And it makes me feel that it's not going to do that well there. So again, UTC 9 has this really good setup there, right? But what if we did UTC 9 plus 1? Right? So or UTC plus whatever 9 is. This is negative 9. This is plus 9. Not really sure why it did that, but I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you later, guys. I didn't add the plus. It just did it for me automatically when I added the UTC values. So for now, the UTC-9 is working great. So I would stick to the UTC dashes instead of the UTC plus. Okay, guys. So this is kind of the entire breakdown of what you can use within your hybrid elite algorithm. And remember, it's going to be up to us to start searching the probabilities of higher valuations and optimizations. What we want to do, the best thing that we want to do here is make sure that the profitability rate is at least in the 70s. But we're now me and Panda are starting to discover that we can get ourselves clean into the 80 to 90% profitability. So the balance of everything that we're doing here is critical to the continuation, right? So all of that stuff is just going to tell us that, oh, you know what, man? This is the setup right here, right? Let's go. So, yeah, guys. So let's. Oh yeah. So then within properties, guys, this is of course where you would select how much your portfolio, how much you're trading here, right? So this is $1,000, but what if we were to put like $50,000 and we would use, let's see, the order size on $50,000 for $2.72 on mark here. Well, what would that be, right? Let's go ahead and check. Let's just do it a percentage equity at 89% of 50, and let's see what it does. So that looks like from June 1st to August 31st, we have gained about 27%. So that's on top of what we put in here. So that's about 13,446 on 48%. And what if we did now these attenuations here, because we haven't even touched it? This is where things really change here, guys. Let's see. Okay, so adding the first condition. Let's see on every tick, right? Nothing yet. Let's go to the use bar magnifier. I'm not actually, that kind of dropped it there, right? So let's see if we take that out again, 48. Let's go on bar close. We're at 47 here. Let's use the OHLC. Okay, that's 4808, but without it was what? It was still 4808. Let's go ahead and now try different criteria here. So what if we went ahead and added only on every tick? Okay, so not really getting a change there. Let's go ahead and add only the bar magnifier. Not really getting a change there. Let's just see one by one which one does what. So the fill orders are the fill orders. It's what it's asking you to kind of attenuate here, right? And another thing is that we're using 100% margin for long and short. So what if we did this at 95 and maybe let's just say, sorry, the long was actually the lesser performer, right? So what if we diminished the long to a 60% and left this at an 89%? Do we increase well, now we have to attenuate the fill orders, right? So let's just see how this is going to behave now for us. 42, the combination of this 47, this lonely one is still 47 here. Adding the OHLC is nothing yet. 4808 with that. Let's add the after orders filled condition. Okay, so if we are not changing really here, guys, so then I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not changing too much, I don't want to have too much of that consideration in here, right? Okay, good. Yeah. So then I'm not gonna change too much of it, but we still want to know if these inputs were the best that we can find. What we've noticed here, guys, is that when we start looking at some smaller time frame crossovers, there could be some interesting results. So if we did, for example, remember the 14 to 17, right? If we did, for example, like a 7 to maybe a 3 crossover on this, do we have something else that we can look for? Should we go shorter on this? And do we have better profitability? Or do we go longer on this? Well, nothing, right? So let's just say that we went fast length like 3 and we had here a potential 9 or something. Do we have an edge? Okay, no, not yet. Or was it the other way, Panda? I think it was, wasn't it like,
was it inversed like let's see, 26 and 6 or something like that? Let me check my notes real quick.
26 and 6 is giving me a 40%. Let me see if I did 6. Let me see if I do 6 over 26. Damn. Holy crap. Yeah, that's okay. Let me go shorter on the top end. 42. Let me go longer on the top end. So that's giving us 47 now with 28%. So that's okay. Let me see an 8 period. That's 45. Okay, so if I'm capped out there, let me see if I minus this side. That's 47. Let me add 27 here. 50%. Look at this, guys. Now we're reaching 32% with 50% profitabilities. Let's see if we can go up a little bit at 28. Nothing there yet. So sweet spot is landing around the 27. So remember 27 here, right, guys? 29% is at around 45. 30% is 46. Let's see, 31. Okay, 40. It looks like it's kind of increased. No. Let's see. 40. Let's go down here one. 42, 32 at 44, 47 at 31, 46.3, let's see, 45, and I think we're going to end up choosing the 27 period. Let's see if we increase this now against that, or decrease it against that, and see if we have any other edge. Let's go to 10 on this and see if we have anything there. 10, 11, nothing there. Let's go to 12. Okay, 40.91, let's see, 13. 42.86, 14, 44, 15. We're still headed upward. Let's see if we can find that tile. Oh, nothing there. I think we just drew down too hard at that point. Okay, so yeah, it's looking like the, what was the period? I think it was, let's find it. We want to go back to that 50, right? And I think it was 7. Yeah. Okay, so 7. Now let's try your SMA. 39, let's try VWMA. 35, let's go back to EMA. All right, now let's try the closing basis on this. 46, let's try low. That's 45%. Let's try the high of price. That would be a 60% gainer, 17% here though. So if we went back to C4, let's compare it. 31.87 to 50%. Like, dude, that's, I mean, what would you feel at that point? Wait, let me try a few. 41 point, no. Let's try the C /3. 48, not quite there. Let's see the high low. 42, no. And we have tried the open. 47 to 25. The high is giving us way less gain, but it's giving us way more profitability. 2.90% drawdown. Hold on. Let's go to the C4. That's 5.73 drawdown. Okay, so that tells you something, guys. You see what we're doing here? We're trying to attenuate, right? So as I'm noticing that the high is giving us a real edge, right? Way less drawdown here. 17% is still, not bad here, but this is getting way better. So now 60% is looking okay. So what do we do from here, right? Well, we do it again, guys. We try to attenuate. Look at that. Going down 1 just increased us a percent here, and we went to 63% profitability. What if we draw 2? 62.50, but we increased to 23%. If we dropped 1 here, does that do anything against it? Holy crap, it did. Look at that. We're now at 26.7% gain and almost 63% profitability. Should we drop 1 more? Okay, maybe not on that side. We're at 48%. Let's go back to 5. Should we drop 1 more on this side? 65%. Look at that. We're still within a very low drawdown. Okay, that's feeling interesting, right? So let's go to 24. So that's leaving us at 59. But 23% is okay. So let's go again. That's leaving us at 51. That's not even nearly as good, right? Now we go down, no. So let's go back to 25 and see what's up. Okay, now on 25, right, the slow length is giving us this result. So now it's starting to look way more promising, right? So this is that process of attenuation. I'm gonna have to figure out the time frame filter here. Here we go. Oh, it's starting to change it now. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Well, let's try it. Let's see the hourly time frame. All right, nice. So the 4-hour time frame is giving us a 65%. Let's increase it. Let's go to 6 hours. 6 hours is at 60%. Let's go to 8 hours. 58%. Let's go to 12 hours for higher time frame validations. That is, guys. Okay, nothing there. So why don't we try a 1-day confirmation? 40% not as good. Why don't we go down to maybe a 15-minute confirmation for faster trading, or maybe even a 2-minute confirmation? 2-minute confirmation, no data available. Let's go to the 3 and find out what the minimum could be. 50% at 3. Let's see the 4-minute time. That's not yet good. 5-minute time, no data. Let's go to the 10-minute time frame. 47.7321. Okay, let's see 15-minute confirmation. 46, 17% total P&L. Let's see the 17-minute. Okay, we're increasing now, right? Let's go to the 20-minute. So 45, 46. Okay, nothing there. Let's go to the 30. And this is the next thing that I'm gonna find out. Maybe we need to create a user assigned basis on the ATR confirmation, the HTF confirmation, the higher time frame confirmation. I think that maybe it would be better if we can select our own time frames via like just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way across. So 51 minutes. Let's see what it does. No data on that. 1 hour time frame consideration on this is 50%. Let's go to the 2-hour time frame. That's giving us a 50% still lesser P&L. This is 57, and of course, when we jump into the 4-hour time frame, we have that massive 65% jump. Let's see the 6-hour. 60% at the 6-hour. That's not bad, but it's still not what we're looking for, right? So 8-hour time frame is still there. Let's see the 12 hours. I think we already tried this. Okay, great. So what if we did a week? Does that show any type of edge? Well, it doesn't really show an edge there, right? Let's go to the 2-week confirmations. No, we don't really want that, right? Let's see a monthly confirmation. Definitely not there either. So yeah, guys, this is what I mean. As we start to explore the confirmation biases of this, then we start to see that there are edges that we just don't want to mess around with, right? So what about a rate of change on this? Does that change anything right now? Looks like I'm not getting anything. Oh, unless I really change it like drastically. I'm gonna have to go ahead and figure. The rate of change, guys, is the price that we're looking for, right? While it changes in time, the price that we're looking for against the time that it changes. So, if we're moving at roughly an ATR of the 4-hour, I wonder how we're going to be able to calculate if we use this or we speed this up against time that doesn't exist yet. I may or may not modify this. Okay, let's remove the stochastic filter now and see if we get an edge on that. No. Let's remove the higher time frame confirmation and see if there's an edge. No. Let's remove the ATR filter and see if there's an edge. No. Actually, yes, but it's only in the total P&L. 29% P&L using the ATR filter. It's 27, but the profitable trades drop here. So that leaves us at 61.29. Okay, so could it be that we can attenuate or move forward or move more within the take profit targets, right? So if we went up to 2.3, we came back to this and see if there's any edge on this. 29.76. Yeah, look at this. Check this out. This maintains that profitable trades. If we go to 2.3, maintain 65.38, right? Okay, let's go back. Now look at this, 27.85%. If we go up one tick, 29.76. Cool. Okay, let's see one more, 2.4. Duh. Okay, so that doesn't look like it's so good there. It diminished all kinds of things, right? So 2.3 is looking now like it's the new setting. Should we do a stop loss percent change on this? Well, that kind of put us down a little bit from 29 whatever to 28.84. Let's see, 1.2%. That's 27.91. Let's go to 1.3. Drop into we lifted. Okay, let's see higher. 27.45. Let's go to 1.5. 26. Let's go to 1.6, and it's kind of dropping from here, right? So it doesn't mean that it's going to continue dropping. It just means that it is, and you can't help but to kind of face the music here, right? But do we have an area where it pivots so we keep on trying, right? 2.3, 24%. 2.4, we're looking at 23.62. 2.5, we're looking at, whatever down there. So what if we went to 0, or sorry, what if we went to 1.9? So 1.9 puts us at 68%, guys. 68%. We're getting way closer now, right? What about 2? 72%. Looking good, looking good. 2.1. That dropped us in this value here. Okay. Damn. What if now that we have the 2% figured, if we drop this, does it give us an edge? No, it dropped us a little bit. So let's go back. Let's increase this. 68%. We don't want that. So we're going to go back to 72% profitability. We're gaining 26.79%, but we're losing 7.19% on drawdown. So if there is, let me see if we can take this off or whatever. Now, if we drastically move this, or if we leave it off, actually, we want a protection there. We do want a protection there. Dude, and also, if we're short only, do we do long? Or do we do both? I remember that we changed the other thing to a profitability difference. Okay, yeah, no. Short only so far is proving that we have the best performing time for this. So now, what has it trade? So it's traded June 1st to about August 31st. So just about 2 months. It's what this has traded. So from this account here, $50,000 in the last 2 months, it has gained just about $14,000 passively. And that's giving us a 72% profitability. So let's go ahead and take a look at the list of the trades and see how they look. All right, so this was from January 4th, right? So this was about $1,021 gainer. And then look at, man. Okay, so these, let's see if we can fix some of those, right? But so far, these gainers are like $1,100, $1,100 each. Of course, it can lose like that too. So far, oh my goodness, man, let's go. Bro. Okay, so those were all the trades right there that we performed during these 2 months. So which means that we have performed 25 trades over this time period. So in other words, it was incredibly selective over what it traded. So 72% profitability means that 18 out of 25 trades were proven green. So to me, that's looking pretty okay. I still want to continue giving this further attenuation. I really feel like I could probably nail an 84% or higher and definitely look at this at maybe a 60 to 70% gain. And what it takes is, of course, remember, guys, the 5-minute time frame, the 6-minute is going to be the 4-minute, right? And then one other thing that we can do just before we whatever, let's go into the settings of this, right? Again, let's select OHLC because it's gonna be a big necessity for this. Let's try Heikinashi candles against what we're doing here. Hold on just a sec as I will actually select the for us to display real-time price. So we want real prices on price scale and see if that does anything. Okay, so yeah, no, we don't. We dropped this down to 6 trades. We're still in the upper bounds of the 60 percentile, and this is down to 4.57%. So I wouldn't do that. Regular candles here are proving the most profitable, but I would want to see if I can increase the rate of trades. So what do you think, guys? So I hope that this can kind of shine light or shed light into how, kind of what it takes here to put together an entire setup, right? I hope that this can just show you guys. Actually, you know what? Why don't we try a 98%? I'm sorry, the long here. I have it at 60. I thought that was the short area. So why don't we do a 90% on this and see what's up? Let's see. So we're still at 72% here. Let me see a 100% on this. Okay, well, yeah, it was just, it's not trading anything above this. So what if we did this at 93%? That's kind of pushing it here. So, okay, that pushed us to 28% profitability. Interesting. Here's another thing too. I noticed that sometimes this has something to do with it as well, right? So like you can incrementally change these things into weird little numbers and then your stats come out completely different. You know, for example, if you did 48,000, let's see, it didn't really change it, right? So let's just say that we went to 44,000 and no real change there either. Okay. All right. So, yeah, team. So far, I mean, so far so good, right? 28% gain, $14,000 on top. We lost 4,350. And I actually think this is not bad. I really want to minimize this here. Really would like to minimize the 7%. I want to see if I can get that down to 5, maybe 4% drawdown, and increase this to literally maybe a 40 to 60% gain, and also maintain your profitability above the 70s and hopefully into the 84 percentile. So yeah, what do you think, guys? Any questions? You can go ahead and ask them now, team. But yeah, I hope this is all being recorded, by the way. This is absolutely being recorded and filmed and stuff. So, this type of analysis can, it can translate into any of the other algorithms. Yeah. So, Panda, what you got there? Let's see. What's for dinner? Dude, oh, damn, bro. I forgot. That is the $1 million question, as I have to film a video for XRP. Okay, so dude, you are catching a really good setup, guys. Take a look at the settings right now that Panda is working on, right? So this is the workings here of really putting down some effort, right, guys? Check that out. You have a 9% drawdown, but an 83% win the total P&L. Take a look at the 80 trades with a 78.75% profitability rate. And this is happening from June 8th, the same timing that we have at August 31st using Hybrid Elite. So this is pretty much the same setup. And now he's giving us here the settings of how that happened, right? So now, and notice this, change that, brother, to 0.004. Let's see what change it to 0.004. Let's see what it does to your, put in 50,000, trade 93% of the equity, and put it at 0.004 commission base. And the margin for long, put it at 100. Let's see. Are we sure Panda is not an actual AI that Arca created? Oh my goodness, guys. That is just redonkulous. Silly chilies and willies and lilies and chili. Let's see. You just did it, buddy? Hold on. Let me come over to this here. Let's see. Percentage of equity 93, 0.004%. Okay. Yeah, I think let's see. Yeah, that's good. We're good to go. Hit it. That's 59,920. Drawdown was $5,300. And this is your percentage profitability. So that means that 63 out of the 80 trades were proven green. And we just made just about $60,000 from $50,000 over the span of just about 2 months. Maybe a little over 2 months, whatever that is. So let's go, man. Let's go. So you know what I mean, guys? This is also, remember that this is something that Panda has been attenuating here, working on, like, day in and day out. And your boy's coming in here with like a zero setup and showing you how we can attenuate it. How can we attenuate to get better and better and better, dude? But so your profitability went into 118%, even if you change to a 0.004, right? So if you change this to 0.06 with the $50,000, that brings your profitability down, right, to what, like $35,000? it would bring it down a hefty amount, right? Hold on, guys. Yeah, my daughter is not here yet. I don't know if she's gonna wanna donna gunna sunna. All right, let's check out the results here. So that brings you down to 50. So just about $8,000 down is the difference, guys, from using your standard 0.06 cent from Blowfin. And remember that with my affiliate link, or with my partnership link with the broker exchange that we're going to choose here, is going to bring us down from this 0.06 commission base, or the execution base, where you're making $51,100 100%. This is going to change into this value here, where we're actually making this would be the commission base, or the execution base, where we're making 118% plus $8,000. And yeah, so that's something pretty important to note, right, guys? I'm sure that even if it is $51,000, it would look a little better at like $60,000, wouldn't it? So that's the working difference, you know, between a partnership that we can establish, right, and just using something that's currently at their at whatever normal people use, you know, for your automated trading and fees and stuff, guys. So that's you know, that's what let's see, prayers for that deal to be favorable per your terms, Arca. So exciting. Yeah, I hope so too, right? I sent them the email, so let's see if they reply. I know that they're probably off. You know, of course it's that, right, guys? But yeah, guys, should you need the oh, hold on. Okay, no, nothing. Yeah, guys. So should you need the link again for hybrid elite, this is going to expire here soon, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave this. Remember that these are the conditions here, right? 4 days, 3 sale items each day. Get your favorites before they expire each day. So I extended the hybrid elite for one more night here, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it right at the top of the list here, guys. Should you need exposure into that, it's a big ass sale right now because of Labor Day. There it is, guys. All right. So Panda, do you have something else to say, buddy? Other than that, we could just you know, call it a night, close up shop, and get ourselves some rest. Well, you know, after an XRP video.
Yeah,
but
if anyone else has any questions or anything, just shoot me a DM. You know, shoot Arca a DM, and we'll help you out.
Absolutely, team. Absolutely. But this was a real pleasure, guys. I'm happy that we were able to kind of hang out here and explain or go through a real walkthrough on the abilities of these you know, these algorithms here, guys. We are literally going to change the face of trading here for retail. We're going to see if we can turn retail into quantitative traders, so where they have an edge against the market, because the market is completely, you know, saturated with a lot of variables, guys, and it's getting tougher and tougher. But know that the knowledge to create what this is, it was all, you know, it kind of came from strong discretion in trading, which is why I still believe that you must take on your education, which, by the way, in those links, I am providing a ridiculous giveaway for all 4 courses, guys. Okay. So I am, I'm introducing this, let's see, which one was it, right? I think I have it in here, Labor Day. Squeeze Alpha Light, this right here, the ABT mega mentorship blowout, right, guys? So this is for all 4 courses in one. So it means choose 3, get 1 for free, and whatever, guys. But that's it there. Make sure to be a part of the education thing here, team. I love you all so much. Let's close up shop. Let's get some rest. Panda has been drilling as hard as he can here for so freaking long. I love you, buddy. Thanks so much for all your help, dude. I really appreciate you, buddy.
Absolutely, anytime.
All right, guys. So let's get our rest, and we shall reconvene again tomorrow, actually, for market prep. Let's get ourselves ready. And yeah, so I'll catch you guys with the XRP video tonight, team. I love you all. Be safe. Have a very good night, and we'll chat soon. Okay, guys. Peace, everybody. I love you, team. Thank you, Lioness, for helping out so much. I don't know if Financial's still here, buddy, but if you are, I love you. Thank you for helping. Michael, I love you, dude. Call me if anything, bud. I'm here. All right, team? Take care, everyone. Take care, everyone. Peace out, team.